Come on, guys. Let's now solve question number 10 from our September 2024 RTP of CA Foundation Accounting. This question is on financial statements for not-for-profit organizations, or in short, whatever you call as NPO. Okay, start. The following information of Messrs. Sanyam Club are related for the year ended 31st of March 2024. They have given something which looks like balance sheet, but it's not balance sheet. It's not balance sheet. It looks like balance sheet. It's an extract of balance sheet. Some data is available with regard to sports material, amount due for sports material, that is creditors, and subscription due and subscription received in advance. What is subscription? To your club, Sanyam Club. If someone has to come and utilize the club facilities, they should be your club member. How do they become your club member? They need to pay subscription fee, or what we can also call as membership fee. You need to collect it for each year. Some people are rich. They will pay next to 3 years subscription now only. Whatever it belongs to this year, you will write this year income and expenditure. Whatever belongs to next to 2 years, you will write in balance sheet liability side. Next year, one more year is over, then you will transfer that year's subscription income to P&L. Again, that one more year's additional what you received will again stay in balance sheet because it is pre-received income. Some people, they'll say, sir, I'll pay next year. So that will become accrued subscription or outstanding subscription like they mentioned here, which is your asset and income. We'll adjust that. But firstly, we'll come to the end of the question to see what do they want. Yeah, nimgen beku. They've told that they want us to calculate the amount of subscription and amount of sports material that will appear in income and expenditure account. Subscription amount that will appear in income and expenditure account is the extent to which subscription is earned during the year, irrespective whether it is received or not. What is the amount of subscription that will appear in income and expenditure account? Subscription income that is earned during the year, irrespective whether it is received or not. Sometimes we might have received more than that subscription income. Sometimes we might have not received our subscription income. We need to figure it out. To do this, I'll prepare subscription account. Then we have sports material. Sports material is asset. Sports material is, it should appear in balance sheet. Why is sports material appearing in income and expenditure account? Because some part of the sports material is consumed. Some part of the sports material is utilized. It is like depreciation. But it's not a fixed asset to be charging depreciation. So what we do is, let's say if there is furniture, we will charge depreciation. Sports material, what we do is, let's say in our Sanyam club, we have badminton, table tennis, billiards, all of these are there. So we buy all the sports material. For badminton to play, we'll get that shuttle, we'll get the racket, we'll get the net and everything. Beginning of the year, there are 4 nets, about 10 rackets and 2 boxes of shuttles are there. At the end of the year, 2 boxes of shuttles have become only 1 box of shuttle. 10 rackets have become 4 rackets. And then 4 nets are there, only 1 net is proper. Then what happened? Someone in the remaining 3 nets, tumba holes ಇದೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು number of holes ಕಡಿಮೆ ಮಾಡಕ್ಕೆ ಒಂದು ಹೋಲ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರು. In a net, if you make a hole, number of holes will reduce. Alva. So they did that. So it's only one row and one row in between, one big hole. So that's not fine now. So what will you do? Opening balance of sports material, closing balance of sports material. Difference is there, no? That is consumption of sports material, which is an expense in P&L, like depreciation. That is what they want us to find. We will do it. We'll open one simple ledger called sports material ledger. Right? Opening, closing, purchase, balancing figure is consumption. Then they also want us to show how will these items appear in balance sheet. Closing balances will appear in balance sheet. Subscription, if it is pre-received, liability. If it is not received, accrue. Sports material will be obviously asset. They want us to show it, how will it appear in the balance sheet. So come on, let's start opening ledger accounts and then post each item one at a time. Starting with stock of sports material. 75,000 is opening balance. 1,12,500 is closing balance. So I'll open one ledger called sports material account. In this ledger, I'll write debit side, to balance brought down. How much? 75,000. By balance carried down, 1,12,500. This 1,12,500 will appear in balance sheet. Am I right? Let's quickly go to balance sheet extract. This is not complete balance sheet, but extract. I'll write sports material 1,12,500. This is the closing balance of sports material. I didn't compute it, okay? They have themselves given that it is 1,12,500. Did everyone understand? After this, they have given amount to due for sports material. This is creditors. The person from whom we are buying sports material, no, To them, in the beginning of the year, you're supposed to pay 67,500. You're supposed to pay 97,500 at the end of the year. This is liability. Closing liability, I'll write in the balance sheet here. Creditors for sports material 97,500. I'll open one separate ledger called creditors for sports material. This is creditors account. Why are we doing this? This is where we'll find purchase of sports material. Why do we want to find purchase of sports material? If you don't find purchase, how will you find consumption? To opening, you will add purchase, and to deduct closing, you will get consumption. Basically, in this ledger, I'll write purchase here, consumption will be balance and figure here. That consumption of sports material will go to income and expenditure. Understood? So I'll open creditors for sports material. It's a liability. Opening balance of liability on the credit side 67,500. Closing balance of liability on the debit side 97,500. Did you understand? Opening balance on the credit 67,500. Closing balance on the debit 97,500. Say something. Fantastic. After that we have subscription. Subscription due means what? We have earned this subscription, but the customer or that member has not yet paid. It is our asset. Asset opening balance debit side, closing balance credit side. No plus minus business. 11,250 in my subscription account. I'll write on the debit side to balance brought down 11,250. Opening subscription due. It is receivable asset. And in the same ledger, I'll write on the credit side by balance carried down. Closing subscription due 16,500. Did everyone understand this? And this 16,500 closing subscription due is asset. I would write it in my balance sheet. Subscription due 16,500. Got it? Then what do I have after that? I have subscription received in advance. How much subscription is received in advance? 9,000 and 5,250. 9,000 is opening, 5,250 is closing. You have received it in advance. Before even the year begins, you collected subscription money. This is liability. This is pre-received income. Next year's subscription money received this year. Liability alva. Am I right? If he doesn't want to be the member in the next year, if he resigns this year, then you have to give the money back to him. So I would write in my subscription account, credit side, by balance brought down. Opening pre-received subscription 9,000. To balance carried on. Closing pre-received subscription 5,250. If they give subscription received, I'll find subscription income. If they give subscription income, I'll find subscription received. I don't have to remember which one to add, which one to less. If the subscription received is given, entry is cash to subscription. In subscription account, I'll write by receipts and payment or by cash. Here I'll write by receipts and payment. Income will automatically become balance and figure. If they give income, I'll write here that will become balance and figure. Amount received. If not, you'd have to remember this side. Sometimes this has to be added, this has to be deducted. Sometimes this has to be deducted, this has to be added. It depends what you start with. Questions can be receipts and payment given, income and expenditure to be prepared. Sometimes questions can be income and expenditure given, receipts and payment to be prepared. So let's not get into type 1 question, type 2 question, type 3. No, namgella onde type. Question kottiro type, answer illiro type. Okay. Irrespective of what it is, we use debit credit logic. For us, there is no variety of questions in NPO. Everything is only one variety. Everyone is the same. Okay. Let's see the last part. Subscription received during the year 3,75,000. What is the entry for subscription received? Receipts and payment account debit to subscription income. In subscription income, I'll write by receipts and payment received during the year 3,75,000. Okay, if I find the balancing figure here, I'll get the subscription income for the year over. It will become easier than plus minus. Are you feeling it? Then I won't do it. I'll finish the rest of the question. Payment for sports material during the year 2,25,000. Payment for sports material means creditors account debit to receipts and payment. Am I right? In creditors account, I'll write by receipts and payment. Sorry, to receipts and payment. How much is paid? 2,25,000. In receipts and payment side, no, that's like credit side. In creditors account debit side, 2,25,000 is paid. Got it? Here I'll find the balance and figure that will become purchase. I'll put that purchase in sports material account. I'll find the income and expenditure as balance and figure, which is consumption of sports material. Are you getting it? Then, is there anything else left in the question? No, question is over. Come on, let's complete our answer. Sports material account cannot be closed. Why? There are two items missing. One, purchase of sports material. When you purchase, you are not paying cash. It is credit purchase. So it will become sports material account debit to creditors for sports material account for purchase of sports material. I don't know this. whatever is the difference is consumption of sports material, which is income and expenditure account. This also I don't know, I would have to find it. So two balancing figures in one ledger is not possible. So I'll go to creditors for sports material. Here, whatever I get as the balancing figure is purchase. See, I was supposed to pay them 67,500. I paid them 2,25,000. Still, I'm supposed to pay 97,500. Why? Because I purchased sports material from them. How much? 225 plus 97,500. 1,22,500. Sorry, 3,22,500 minus 67,500. What do we get? 2,55,000 worth of sports material is purchased during the year. 2,55,000 worth of sports material is purchased during the year. In creditors for sports material, I have written buy sports material. In sports material account, I'll write two creditors for sports material, 2,55,000. Take the total 255 plus 75. What do we get? 3,30,000 minus 1,12,500 is the value of sports material consumed. If you remember the logic, it is opening plus purchase minus closing. Opening plus purchase minus closing will give you 2,17,500 as the sports material consumed. This is expense. Am I right? So this expense in sports material account I have written by income and expenditure. In income and expenditure, I should write two sports material. That is the expense. How much? Consumption 2,17,500. Did you understand? Sports material consumed. Then come back. Sports material account closed. Consumption, sorry, creditors of sports material account closed. Come to subscription. You have everything. Find balance and figure. 375 plus 9 plus 16,500. 4,500,000 minus 11,250 and 5,250. 3,84,000 is income and expenditure. In our subscription account, I have written two income and expenditure 3,84,000. In our income and expenditure, I'll write by subscription account 3,84,000. And once I write this, you identify the balancing figure. That will be your surplus or deficit if all the items were there. This is not the only two items. There are several other items in our income and expenditure, but we don't know. We know only this much. So this is called income and expenditure extract, not complete income and expenditure account. So don't close, don't find surplus or deficit. And this is not complete balance sheet. This is balance sheet extract. So don't find balance and figure or don't say that, oh, you saw balance sheet is not telling. Don't tell that. We don't know a lot of items. We know only two items. We've written only those two items. And this is the solution to question on NPO from your RTP. Got it?